Bali, sa ngayon dito tayo sa isang model namin dito sa CFAR. Ito yung tinatawag namin collapsible housing na kung saan yung dimension niya nito is about mga 3 by 7 meters. And it can hold about mga 120 chicken. No? Yung 120 chicken na yon is from day old up to 3 months old. So bali dito sa loob, kung makikita nyo is mga manok dito namin, nilagay namin dito, na kung saan yung sa kanyang flooring, nilagyan namin ng konting risal. Tapos yung ginagawa namin dito, every week, dinadagan lang siya ng risal para dahan-dahan na dumami yung risal. So ang ginagawa dito, yung dumi ng manok hindi na kinukuha kasi yung catching ability ng manok nagmi-mix yung excreta niya doon sa risal. So mas hindi mabaho. Yung water na yan is mixed with phytobiotics that we are accumulating here at the Central Philippine University. Aside from this housing, we are not confining the chicken inside here. Sa ngayon, medyo katatapos na ng patoka sa kanila. So, kung makita nyo sa loob sila. But kung umaga, lumalabas yung manok dito, doon mismo sa kabila, itong tatawag naming ranging area namin. This is a ranging area where yung manok dito is that ang space requirement nila is about 5 square meter per bird. So, ibig sabihin yung sa isang ranging area na to, that is about mga 500 square meters na can handle the 100 heads. Kaya lang yung pinagkaiba naman is that we are doing what we call rotational grazing. Ang purpose ng rotational grazing for a commercial production of chicken is that na to give time for the area to recover, na at least yung mga damo sa insekto maka-regenerate pa. And then what we are doing is that for the first week, we are ranging the chicken here. And then the other week, i-open naman namin yung kabila para doon naman sila sa kabilang ranging yard makapunta. So bali dito sa kabila, what we did is that we put up a exit dito na kung saan yung mga manok mismo, sila mismo yung kusang lumalabas at saka paggalas sa labas dito. Kung makikita nyo dito sa labas, meron na mga manok dito. Yung mga siso namin na medyo nagpapahinga na dito sa labas. Mamaya papasok na yan pag medyo gabi-gabi na at saka magtulog dito sa loob ng kanilang housing. Itong housing na to, target namin na lifespan ito is about 5 to 7 years. Yung investment dito, using this one, the commercial model namin, aabot sa siguro ng about 25 to 30,000. Ito naman yung isang model ng housing namin. This is a 3 by 4 meters. Medyo maliit-liit na konti ito compared than the previous housing. Ito yung housing that can hold about mga 50 to 70 chicks. No, so kung medyo kaunti yung kapital ng farmers, maybe you can opt to this kind of housing. Mas mura-mura to. So mas maganda. Ang isang bintahan nito, advantage nito is that for example, you will be locating your project in a sloping area. No, tapos yung sloping area niya medyo mataas na konti yung slope. Hindi advisable yung malalaking housing. So mas maganda kung ang gamitin natin ganito lang, maliit lang. Tara na, pasok muna tayo dito sa aming brooding house. Bali, ito yung brooding house namin na kung saan yung mga bagong pisang sisiyo, dito namin nilagay sa loob ng housing na to. So lahat ng mga sisiyo, bago idalhin doon sa itaas for growing na and then up to marketing, dito mo nilagay. So bati dito sa loob, kung makikita nyo, yung mga pen na to, dito nakapasok yung mga sisiyo. Usually yung isang pen namin dito can hold about mga 10 to 15 chicks. Kung makikita nyo dito sa loob, walang kuryente na o ilaw na ginagamit o kaya uling o kaya mga other source of heat. What we are using is that yung plain na risal as debedding material. Yung pinagkaiba namin dito, we are giving the chicks with the boarding suspension. Yung boarding suspension na yon is all plant extract na dinedevelop dito sa Central Philippine University. Yun ang ginagamit namin as the source ng Newton na kung saan nagbibigay ng init mismo doon sa loob ng katawan ng sisiyo. So dito, sa observation namin is that if you are going to put about mga 5 to 6 chicks per pen na to, medyo alanganin. Yung init na ma-generate nila is not enough to support yung requirement nila. So based on our findings in our study, the stocking density, it should be within 10 to 15 chicks. So ito sa loob, kung makikita nyo, we have lot of chicks here. mga bagong pisa lang to, last few days. Dito namin ilagay sila lahat, and then we are putting here newspaper, kung saan yung newspaper dito para yung sa mga bagong pisang sisiyo, yung mga patoka namin nilagay doon para ma-distinguish o ma-identify ng mga sisiyo. No, iba naman nilagay doon sa patokaan. Yung kung medyo malaki-laki ng konti because of the natural characteristic of the chicken na mahilig talagang mag-scratch. So minsan kung makita nyo dito sa loob, mayroong mga rice hull na naka-spread na dito sa ibabaw ng newspaper. Dito we are putting also a waterer. Yung waterer namin dito is adjustable na so habang lumalaki yung sisiyo, ina-adjust yun pataas. And then we have also here a feeder na kung saan yung patoka namin nilagay namin. Something unique with the findings that we have in Native Chicken is that sa mga nanonood dyan na gusto, mas maganda kung yung patoka nyo, i-moist muna natin bago ipatoka sa manok. Because what we observe is that sa findings namin, comparing the dry feed with moist feeds, yung increase in terms of performance is about mga 20 to 30%. So yan ang ginagamit namin dito, and what we are implementing is that yung patoka namin, regardless it is CCO or it is a growers or it is a breeder, minumuwest namin yung patoka, at least yung performances nila nag-i-improve. So kung dito, what we observe is that yung mortality namin dito masyadong minimal, na considering na kahit na walang ilaw or source of heat. Ang advantage nito is that, for example, in area na kung saan medyo malayo yung source ng electricity, no, you can practice this one. No? Kahit na mayroon na malapit ang electricity sa inyo, yung advantage nito is that lot of savings, no, when it comes to the electricity cost. No? Actually, yung sa ginagamit naming bulling suspension, our production cost, no, i-compare namin than operating that using electricity, mas malaki yung masasave. The boarding house that we have here, it can handle up to 300 to 400 chicks dito. Again, this is a collapsible housing developed by our university. Kung tingnan natin po, it is a rain shelter na ginagamit sa crops, but we were able to make some modification that it will fit to the need of the native chicken. And what we're doing is that for the sipar farmers, because yung mga previous trainings or teaching being done is that more on what we call backyard production. For the sipar farmers, we are also imparting technology on processing of feeds. Bakit? Mas malaki kasi ang masave ng farmers if they will be the one to produce their own feeds. We are so grateful with the Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Agricultural Research, and also with the Regional Field Unit 6 for giving us the opportunity to work with, especially in promoting this technology among our rural folks, especially in the sipar recipient communities. We have Facebook fan page, the Philippine Native Chicken. That group is solely devoted for the technology on the Philippine Native Chicken. So you can add us. We will be conducting several trainings and seminars. Kung sino yung mga interested, they can visit our station here, or maybe we can contact the Central Philippine University. Telephone number 033-329-1971, local 1096. Hanapin lang po si Dr. Jaime Cabarles Jr., ang iyong lingkod.